Hey, today's coding challenge is one I found on HackerRank. It has to do with the calendar and figuring out which day of the year is the 256th day of the year. And it's specific to the Russian official calendar, which switched in 1918 from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. And that's just a nifty little bit of trivia there, is that in the year 1918, February only had 15 days for Russia. So they switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar, and those calendars calculate leap years differently. So they were off by 13 days for the new calendar they were going to. So this is how they fixed it. So there's also a holiday in Russia called Day of the Programmer that is the 256th day of the year. So our job is to write a function that will tell us which day of the year is the day of the programmer, the 256th day. And so it's going to depend a little bit on the year that comes in, because before 1918, we were using the Julian calendar. After 1918, we're using the Gregorian calendar. And also leap year can throw a wrench in there. So some samples are in 2017, the 256th day of the year is the 13th of September. And on a leap year, it's going to be the 12th of September. And in the year 1918, it's going to be the 26th of September. So that's the nice part about this, is there's really only 3 possible outcomes of what we can output. So let's break it down piece by piece so we can see a simple way to look at it. So if we get 1918 as the input, then we're just going to output the 26th of September, 1918, every time. Otherwise, on a leap year, day 256 is going to be the 12th of September. And on a normal year, day 256 is going to be the 13th of September. So now we just need to figure out how to calculate the leap years, which with the Julian calendar, so before 1918, it's just if the year is divisible by 4, that was a leap year. Otherwise, it's if the year is divisible by 400 or divisible by 4, but not divisible by 100. So it excludes century years except if they're divisible by 400. So, for instance, the year 2000 was a leap year because it's divisible by 400, but the year 2100 will not be a leap year because it's a century year. Cool. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create some variables that hold these values, just so that it's easy to return them when we're ready for them. So on a leap year, we're going to have the 12th of September plus whatever year the user put in, or the function got in. On a normal day, or a normal, what did I do here? On a normal year, the day will be the 13th of September. And if it's 1918, it's going to be the 26th of September. Okay, so now we can just check what the year was. If the year is 1918, we'll return the 1918 day. Otherwise, if it's less than 1918, that means we're in the Julian calendar, so if it's divisible by 4, then it is a leap year. Otherwise, it is a normal year. And lastly, if the year is greater than 1918, that means we're using the Gregorian calendar. So we need to figure out if it's a leap year. So if the year is divisible by 400, then it's a leap year. Or if it's divisible by 4 and not divisible by 100. Alright, so that's the tricky part for the Gregorian. If it's divisible by 400, it's a leap year. Otherwise, if it's divisible by 4 but not divisible by 100, then it's a leap year. Okay, yep, I got that right. So I'll return leap year here, and otherwise it is a normal year. Okay, so let's try this out. let's see, if we put in 1918, we should get 26th of September. There we go. Great. If we put in a year before that, oh, so this is not a leap year, so it's going to be the 13th no matter what. Let's pick a leap year before that, 1914, 13th of September. I feel like the 17th gave us the same answer. It did. Okay, what do we got here? Leap year. Okay, yeah. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so that's a leap year. There we go. That's my bad. Okay, so a leap year before 1918 is divisible by 4. So any of these will give us the 12th of September. Great. And then after 1918, so let's say 2000, that was a leap year because it's divisible by 400. Whereas 2100 is not a leap year. So I get the 13th. Great. So let's plug our solution in here. We'll replace the one I got. And let's see what we got. There we go. Hope you like this video. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. Go ahead and like or subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next one.